My sister stole my identity to open credit cards and racked up $40,000 in debt to pay for her destination wedding in Bali. I found out the day before her flight. I didn't call the bank. I put her passport through a cross-cut shredder and left the confetti on her pillow. I, 25F, have been saving for a house. I have excellent credit, or I did. My sister, Lexi, 28F, is getting married in Bali. It is a lavish $60,000 affair. We all wondered how she afforded it since she works part-time as a receptionist and her fiancé is a freelance DJ. She told us she invested in crypto. 2 days ago, I applied for a car loan. I was rejected. The bank told me my credit score was 450. I pulled my credit report. There were 5 credit cards opened in my name over the last 6 months. Maxed out. $40,000 total. The billing address was a PO box I didn't recognize. I drove to the PO box store. I showed my ID. They told me the box was registered to Lexi last name. She stole my social security number. She opened cards in my name. She funded her entire wedding on my credit. I drove to my parents' house, where Lexi was staying before the flight. She was in the living room, packing her bags, bragging about the first-class seats she had booked with my credit. Lexi, I said, we need to talk. Can't talk, she chirped. Flight leaves at 6 a.m. tomorrow. I am so stressed. I went to her room. Her passport was sitting on the nightstand next to her boarding pass. I picked it up. I thought about calling the police, but the police take time. Fraud investigations take months. She would be in Bali, drinking cocktails on my dime before anyone stopped her. I wanted justice now. I walked into my dad's home office. He has a heavy-duty, industrial crosscut shredder. I turned it on. It hummed. I fed the passport into the slot. It made a grinding noise. The thick cover resisted for a second, then surrendered. The photo page, the visa stamps, the chip, all of it turned into tiny, jagged strips of confetti. I took a handful of the shreds. I walked back to her room. I sprinkled them over her perfectly packed suitcase. Then I went downstairs. Lexi, I said, I know about the cards. I know about the debt. She froze. I was going to pay you back after the wedding gifts came in. You committed felony identity theft, I said. I already filed a police report. The fraud alert is active. Those cards are frozen. Your flight tickets will likely be canceled by morning. You ruined my wedding, she screamed. I leave in 10 hours. You aren't going anywhere, I smiled. Check your pillow. She ran upstairs. I heard a scream that sounded like a wounded animal. My passport, you psycho. She came running down, holding the shreds. You destroyed government property. That's a federal crime. So is identity theft, I said. Call the cops. Let's see who they arrest first. She missed her flight. The wedding was canceled because the groom, who apparently didn't know she was a fraud, refused to go without her, and then broke up with her when I showed him the credit report. My parents are furious. They say I should have let her have her big day and dealt with the debt later. They say family doesn't call the cops. I say family doesn't steal $40,000. So, dear viewers, was I wrong for grounding her permanently?